Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. And for once, I'm glad that it's not actually warm. I don't know, just very cool and refreshing today. So, yeah, I know I always say they're going to be quick every single week, but this time it is actually going to be a lightning round, because, well, A, I forgot to clear out my phone space, which I can do in a while, and B, because I've actually got to head off to the library to actually put this back, and it's not actually that far away. I'm deliberately going the longest route that I can because I know that I'm going to get there in no time. So yeah, this is People, Places and Things, by the way. Duncan Macmillan. I actually saw that play live. This isn't even my actual. This isn't of my actual library purchase or borrow. Remember Laura from last week? Yeah, she actually asked me because everyone's going back home because all the classes are suspended for obvious reasons. And she asked me because it was, I guess it was such an abrupt flight booking that asked me to take back the play and also to give the letter that is a notice. You know, in a time where you can do that kind of thing online, Laura, and to give it to me to do it in person. Yeah, hope I don't get complaints for excessive human contact or, non-essential contact. That's what Boris Johnson's saying now. Yeah, oh well. Such a shame. You think you won't be able to actually go out anymore. Walking Wednesday might come to an abrupt end if I'm not able to actually, walk and get out, which was, again, the whole point that it was made in the first place. Oh well, if that ends up happening, then it would have been a good run. Or a good walk, in this case. So, yeah. What's been happening this week? Well, obviously, the Mutant Girl first anniversary was yesterday, and I was streaming yesterday until today. That's another thing, I started doing live streams again. In fact, I just downloaded a software called Streamlabs that's under recommendation of Shiny. And you know what? It works a treat. Much better than any of the streams that I've done before. Although I'm not sure, I have to check how smoothly it runs. I'm pretty sure it's smoother than before. So yeah, I'm going to do that for Skyblock now. I'm always finding new ways to make content as enjoyable and as hassle-free as possible. And honestly, I've been watching a lot of Twitch streamers. There was clips from them uploaded to YouTube, and actually that seems like fun. They're not worrying too much about everything that's going on, or about the editing process, which some of them still do, but they're just having fun with friends. There's less pressure for a live stream to be well crafted than there is a regular video. So I'm not going to switch completely over to live stream because that would be ridiculous. But the Skyblock series, Skyblock Season 3, is going to be a live show. I'm announcing that right now. Obviously, as for the Mutant Girl first anniversary, well, boy was that a stressful experience. Yet again. There's obviously bits that I didn't quite edit down in the video that I made for it, but that's to be somewhat expected. I don't know. Maybe I was just. Well, I wasn't running short for time actually, because I started preparing it well in advance. But then I actually ended up closing my laptop while it was rendering, and I'm pretty sure it took something like 13 hours in total, just because I didn't actually make it a continuous process. And I was impressed to see the video was an hour 25, even with maybe it will be an hour 24 by the time I remove the bits and pieces that aren't supposed to be there. And the actual runtime of the whole series, with all the last times included and everything, was actually an hour 43, just about, hour 42:58. So, you know what? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something like 30 minutes, gut-like mini-movie. But then, of course, we think about it, a lot of them are 10 minutes long, and they're 10 in total. So, Yeah, that would have been an hour 40 anyway, if they were all 10. I hadn't thought of that. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so I guess I've officially made a gacha that's longer than started with the wrong number, which is a famously long gacha. So, there you go. I think that's something to recommend, even though it is a series compilation. Oh well. I'll work on beating that record at some other point once I figure out what it actually is. And yeah, other than that, the only thing that happened this week was actually yesterday, around the time that I closed the computer. And it was actually because I've ended the Skyblock stream and was actually going to go and meet Laura to see her off, you know, as she's going on a plane back to Belfast. So so I did that. And honestly, I was going to film this, you know, early in the morning, because actually early in the morning it's very quiet and there are no cars on the streets or anything. And even though you hear about the dangers of Liverpool outside, I don't know if it's because everyone's staying inside and quarantining themselves anyway, or if it's just that up here in this general area you don't get as many people roaming about at night. We've still got a few drunk people, but that's to be expected. It's Liverpool in the middle of the night. But yeah, I think that there's a combination of all of those, something like that. So yeah, I was going to do that, but no. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I've got to upload some TikToks as well that I did with Laura. And it appears that we're sealed off. The library is over there. So that means I'm going to go yet another long way. All the way around. I'll tell you what, actually, for variety's sake, I'm going to walk this way and loop round. Why not? Even though, again, there's not much to happen this week. It's not like you're getting out much these days, are you? But, I mean, even classes end up getting cancelled. There was supposed to be an online lecture or something, which I thought was going to run at the same time as the actual lecture for drama, but that never got produced. It said, look on the home section of the website, and there was nothing. So I will have to check that at some other point. Because honestly, those lectures are the only bits of drama that I get, so at least this semester. Which was somewhat disappointing. But again, I guess I got a lot more drama than I did creative writing last time. So, as I've said before, it balances out. Yeah. I forgot, it's not as easy as the entrance to go through here. I'll have to turn off the phone at some point. Although now that I've got a bit more time, is there anything that I actually should be aware of? I don't think there is. There's really not that much that happened this week, I think. I could talk about the Skyblock stream, but that's self-explanatory. You can go and watch that anyway, because it just uploaded. So yeah, I guess that's it for this week. Lightning round. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. On that note, until next time, whatever that next time may be, farewell.